Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And sorry, I've been MIA for 2 days with the holidays and everything. I had to go pick my daughter up from the hospital. It's just been really wild. So if you've been following along, I've been going live every day. I missed the last 2 days, so I hope that you kept following along doing the two most important practices, which are to count the 10 blessings and first thing in the morning and really feel grateful for them and say thank you, thank you, thank you as you reread your list. And at the end of the night, your magic rock practice, which is right before you go to sleep at night, holding that rock in your hand and really just thinking back over the day, what was the best thing that happened to you that day, and then saying thank you for that thing. Today's day 14 out of 28, and today's Have a Magical Day. Intentions compressed into words unfold magical power. Deepak Chopra. I'm saying that wrong. Anyways. To see and experience the most magical day of your life, you can be grateful for your whole day before you live it. To have a magical day, you must simply think through your plans for the day and say the magic words thank you for each one going well before you've lived it. It's the easiest thing to do. It only takes a few minutes, but the difference it can make in your day is incredible. Being grateful for your day beforehand creates a magical day before the law of through the law of attraction. When you give thanks for the experiences in your day going well, you must receive back experiences going well. If you don't believe you have the power to affect the circumstances of your life or of your day so dramatically, think about a time when you woke up grumpy or in a bad mood. You went off into your day and one thing after another went wrong until by the end of the day you were exclaiming that you had a heck of a bad day, as though the bad day happened by accident. Well, the only reason you had a bad day was because you took your bad mood from the morning with you, and it was your bad mood that was the cause of the one thing after another going wrong. Even waking up in a bad mood doesn't happen by accident, because it means that you went to sleep thinking negatively about something, perhaps without realizing it. It's the very reason why we're doing the magic rock practice last night, the last thing at night before you go to sleep. To ensure that you go to sleep thinking good thoughts. The magic rock practice at night combined with your count your blessings every morning sets your good mood at night and in the morning, and they guarantee that you are feeling good before you go off into your day. To have a magical day, you need to feel good. I don't know of anything other than gratitude that guarantees to put you in a good mood almost instantly. Whatever your plans are for the day today, whether it's traveling, meeting, work project, lunch, exercise, dropping off dry cleaning, playing a sport, going to the theater, meeting a friend, yoga, cleaning your house, going to school, or buying groceries, turn your day into a magical day by saying the magic words thank you for each plan going well before you live it. If you are a person who writes daily lists of things to do, then you can go through your daily lists and be grateful for each one having gone well. Whether you do this magical practice in your mind or on paper, the most important thing is that you feel the result of each plan or activity was the best it could have been. When you use this gratitude ahead of time to have a magical day, it wipes out unexpected problems or difficulties before they happen. The more you use this magical practice, the better your days will become. And from the smallest things to the important things, everything starts going well in your life. The bumpy days smooth out, and instead of frustrating or troublesome things happening in your days start to have a magical flow about them, and things seem to magically go your way, with less effort, no worry, no stress, and far more joy. When I first began to use gratitude to have a magical day, I chose to give thanks ahead of time for the events in my day that I didn't enjoy doing very much. One of those things was going to the supermarket. At the beginning of the day, I say the magic words, thank you for the easy and joyful trip to the supermarket. I had no idea how a trip to the supermarket could be easy and joyful, but I felt as much gratitude for that outcome as I could. The result of gratitude's magical power was that I got a parking space right at the door. I then ran into two friends, one friend I hadn't seen in a really long time, and we got together for lunch after shopping. The second I ran into told me about an amazing and inexpensive house cleaner, which was something I had been dreaming of having. As I did my supermarket shopping, wherever I looked, what I needed was magically in front of my eyes. Everything was in stock on the shelves, one item after another was on special, and as I approached the checkout after doing my shopping in record time, a new aisle opened and the checkout person signaled to me. As the checkout person was putting my things through the register, out of the blue, she asked, "Do you need any batteries?" It was the one item I had forgotten to buy. My trip to the supermarket was beyond easy and joyful. It was downright magical. It only took a few moments in the morning to use gratitude to have a magical day by giving thanks for the events in your day ahead of time. But this one practice alone will change the way your entire day unfolds. To have a magical day, you wake up to the new day either before you get out of bed or while you are showering or getting dressed. Think about your plans for the day and give thanks for each going brilliantly well. Make sure you do this magical practice at the beginning of your day and in one session. In your mind, work your way through your plans you have for the morning, the afternoon, the evening, until bedtime. With each plan or event, say the magic words and imagine that you're saying thank you at the end of the day, and you're immensely grateful because it did go brilliantly well. You can use any superlatives as you like to help you feel more grateful. Thank you for an incredibly successful meeting. Thank you for the amazing outcome of the call. Thank you for the best days at work ever. So on. This magical practice is more powerful if you can say the magic words thank you out loud for each experience, but if you're not in a position to say them out loud, then it is fine to say them in your head. After you've finished using gratitude's magical power for every task and event in your day, end the practice by saying, "And thank you for the great news coming to me today." Without fail, every single morning when I finish using gratitude to have a magical day, I give thanks for the great news coming to me that day. As a result, I've never received so much great news in my entire life. One week after another, one day after another, great news pours in. Each time I receive another piece of great news, I am especially grateful and excited because I know I use gratitude's magical power to bring it. And then, even more great news continues to come in. If you want to receive more great news than you've ever before, then just follow in my footsteps. So, for magical day number 14, we're going to count our blessings first thing in the morning or whenever you get a chance. It's good to do it first thing in the morning, set the tone. Make a list of 10 blessings of why you're grateful, why you're grateful, and reread them out loud. And at the end of each, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And then, today's practice, in the morning, you're going to work your way in your mind through all your plans, all the way through the evening until bedtime. With each plan or event, say the magic words thank you for having it gone well. Imagine that you're saying thank you at the end of the day, and you're immensely grateful because it went perfectly well. After you finish being grateful for the plans going brilliantly well, end this magical practice by saying thank you for the great news coming to me today. And then, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words thank you for the best thing that happened that day. Now, can I just say, we are so used to thinking about what could go wrong that we are so not programmed to think about what could go right. And for instance, when COVID-19 happened, I remember sitting in the office, and this is when I started to really become really aware that we were conscious creators of our reality, and that the way that we think, the way that we feel actually projects into our future and creates our reality. Well, I was listening to everyone talking about doomsday stuff, about how there was no food in the store and all the things, right? And instead of going into panic mode, which most people did, and then outsold the stores of the toilet paper and all the things that we need, I just took a moment in my own mind, and I said to myself, as my coworker was speaking these words to me, I said, maybe in your reality, but in my reality, when I go to the store, all the deliveries will have just arrived. All the things that I need will be there. All of our needs are going to be met, and I'm not going to have to worry. Okay. And I just felt the gratitude in my heart for knowing that, that's going to be my reality, you know? And I just kind of like delusionally lived there. Like, yeah, that might be your reality, but that's not the reality that I live in. And legitimately, I shit you not, I get out of work, I go to the grocery store, and I go to go get bread, and it's fucking empty. The shelves are empty. I go to get milk, and everything's empty. And as I'm turning around, feeling really fucking discouraged, and like, just like, well, I guess that didn't work, I turn around, and I almost got run over by the delivery man who had just shown up with all of the things that I needed. He was literally restocking the bread, he was restocking the milk, he was restocking the eggs, like everything that I had gone there for that my friend said, you can't find anywhere. He was literally restocking it as I was in the grocery store. And that was when I realized, like, wow, I really do create my reality. Like, this is real shit. Like, this is really real shit. It's been wild because we forget, and we're so used to thinking about what could go wrong because we live off of like what happened in the past, and so we think of like worst case scenarios to try to keep ourselves safe. It's all this like mind game illusion. But really, if we can tap into gratitude and think about the best case scenario rather than focusing on the worst case scenario, our lives really do become more magical. And even though all this shit was breaking loose and everything was going wrong in the world, somehow I still found gratitude in the small things, like being able to have a job and go to work, even though I was terrified and I was going into a fucking place that was full of COVID-19 and we didn't have proper PPE, and you know, it was a nightmare. I was a healthcare worker in the midst of the nightmare, and you know, I found the magic practice now, and I'm like, all right, it's really starting to make sense. Everything's starting to click. All the little things that have happened to me, that the awareness, the consciousness that's been coming alive inside of me, is all coming together and making sense, to bring me to this here and now moment of where I can help other people understand it better and actually share my lived experience so that they know that like gratitude practice is a real thing and that you can really create magic in your life. And it really is about changing your mindset, but easier said than done, because when it feels like shit's hitting the fan, the last thing on your mind is like, how can I make myself feel better, right? It's like almost like we focus on like what's going wrong instead of like what can go right. And so to really tap back into feeling gratitude for things going right before they've even gone right, instead of thinking of what could go wrong, and then watching that ripple effect of how it's going to change your life. And so with that being said, I have to go do the laundry today with my 15-year-old daughter, and I'm really not looking forward to that. So what I am doing right now is I'm putting the magical practice out there that I'm grateful that we're going to go to the laundromat. It's going to be a smooth transaction. It's going to be like empty. Nobody's going to be there. We're going to have the whole place to ourselves. The lady is going to be in a really good mood, the laundry lady, because the last time I went there, she was not. But today, she's going to be in a really good mood. I'm going to be super nice to her. She's going to be super nice to me. Everything's going to go great. Skylar's going to be in a great mood. She's going to want to help me do the laundry. She's excited to do the laundry. I'm excited to be with her and spend time with her. We're going to go do something special. Maybe I'll even take her out for a cup of coffee or something. I don't really drink coffee all that much, but we're going to do something special because she just got out of the hospital. So, you know, besides just doing laundry, but I'm just thinking through my day. What am I grateful for, right? Everything's going to go smooth. I might have to go to the grocery store, but everything's going to go smooth. No traffic. Everything's going to go great. And Tony even started my car this morning, so I didn't have to go outside to start my car. As a matter of fact, my car is warming up right now. I'm about to leave in a nice warm car, and I'm so grateful for that. Day's already starting great. Hallelujah. Anyways, whew. Time to start my day. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And sorry I missed a couple of days. But like I said, if I ever miss a couple of days, the most important practices to continue are the list 10 things in the morning and magic rock practice at night. And as long as you keep up with those two practices, if I miss a day and you just keep continuing with the practices, the momentum keeps going. So I love you. Have a great day.